Today, it is time for the public seals announcement. Amanda Seals, take it away.
So we've all been talking about the Tyre Nichols murder, and I wanted to put together this poem for today in regards to what we're watching, what we're seeing, what we're learning. One brother's name I didn't need to learn. We all now mourn the death of Tyre. 5 black cops named who took turns, tasing, pepper spraying, and beating him mercilessly. Now they on the news naming this incident one of a kind, like we haven't been seeing cops do this on the drop of a dime. Did you know there was an unnamed white cop also in the mix? He tased him first, then gloated, "I hope they stomp him." So here we are, another victim whose name we now know. 5 black cops named inhumane stand alone. An attempt to separate them from what's always been a white supremacist blue blood gang of violence. His voice steady, I listened to Tyre's father ask why only the black officers involved were investigated further. You see, being black in America is having to grieve your son's murder while also holding space to identify the racism being carried out against his murderers. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. And when I saw Tyre's father speaking and still having the consciousness to say, why are they leaving the white man now? It was just like, do you understand the burden that is consistently carried by black folks in this country? I mean, you can't even mourn your child's death without being able to actually also have to acknowledge that there's racism being handed down to the murderers of your child. Like, it's so much that we are carrying and that we have to live through, and the complexities. And then you see the privilege of folks who don't have to pay attention because they're like, oh, well, this isn't my kid, so they can disassociate themselves. And it really is a story that we've been talking about. But let's not forget that there are so many of these stories. And, I feel like there's a conversation that we aren't having about the fact that this continues to go on and on and on and on and on. And we just saw the Black Lives Matter cousin of Keenan Anderson, who was tased to death in Los Angeles. That happened the other day. Yep. So when we're talking about like the consistency of inhumanity within these police officers, I saw that video and that wasn't any better. So this is a culture, and it is consistently acting the way that it was designed to do so. So when we talk about defunding the police, what we're saying is that there needs to be a complete overview, reset, and reestablished way that we look at policing in this country. We have to look at community different. Defunding the police means reappropriating the funds that are going to the police in the direction of funding community efforts that make the community better. If the community is better, then we have less necessity for police. You understand what I'm saying? And so I think when people hear that, they're like, well, we need police. And it's like, well, ask yourself, how safe do you even feel calling the police at this point? If you're in a situation and you are a black person, or if you're just a woman, how safe do you even feel doing that? Do you think that they are really always there to help you? I know that for me, I don't feel safe. And that is really scary and unfortunate, and it is not unique to me. Let me know your thoughts.